So now let's come to the topic, what is blockchain. So before asking this question, what is blockchain, we should ask ourselves why blockchain? Why do we require blockchain? So in order to understand why we require blockchain, let's take an example. Let's say you had a friend Bob who is currently in US, and Bob called you and said, I am going to require $1,000. So since you are a good friend of a Bob, what you will do, let's say your name is Alice and you are in India. So what Alice will do, Alice will go to the bank and tell the bank, I need to transfer $1,000 to Bob. So what the bank will do, now there are certain procedures that the bank follows. Banks validates you, bank check your balance. So banks validates you whether you are a valid customer and check whether you have that much amount of balance or not. So if these two criteria are met, then what does the bank do? Bank make an entry in their database saying that Alice have sent $1,000 to Bob. Now Alice will go home and say, Bob, I have transferred $1,000 into your account, and those $1,000 will get reflected into the Bob's account. So what has actually happened here? Did actually the money went from India to US? No. Bank just made an entry in their database, and based upon that entry, we can trust that Bob now has $1,000 with it. So how does that trust is being maintained? Currently that trust is being maintained by the banks. We trust banks to handle our money, to transfer our money, to handle the situations of double spending when it comes to the digital currency. Now this all seems to be just fine, right? Why do we require blockchain? Since all the banks and other systems that we have right now, all are centralized systems, and all of our transaction data is being stored in a central server. Everything is located as one server, and if some malicious attacks is going to happen on that server, then it is going to lead to a big chaos. Everyone is going to be go on a loss, because now since the data is present on a centralized server, and if somehow that centralized server get compromised by any attacker, then it is going to lead to a big chaos. So in order to solve this problem, blockchain has come up with a new concept of distributed and decentralized database at the same point of a time. Now let's see how does a blockchain works. So now let's see how does blockchain can solve this kind of problems. Let's assume there are 5 people who have decided that now we are not going to trust banks anymore. We are going to create our own public ledger and we are going to trust each other. Now since they have decided they are going to replace a system, they all have to follow some type of procedure. And then they have come up with a procedure in which they said, let's just all sit on our desks and have a book with us. So they all seated on their desks. These 5 entities don't know each other, but they are building a trust with each other. So now all of them have decided that we all will keep a book with us in which we have the blank pages, and on the blank pages we are going to write the transaction. So let's assume everyone had $100 in the starting. Now if A want to do a transaction with B, what A will do? A will say, I am going to transfer $10 to B. So what A will do? A will say, I am going to transfer $10 to B. Please everyone on the network write this in your page. So what everyone does, everyone validates that transaction by checking that whether A is the correct person. This is the first validation that they are going to do, and then they will check whether A has $10 or not. So these are some of the validations that everyone do in the network, and once that validation get passed, everyone will write the transaction in their page. So everyone on the network will write A has sent $10 to B, A has sent $10 to B. So everyone on the system write the same transaction in their page. Now the transactions will keep going on. Let's just assume a page has a limit of 10 transactions. So now it's time to turn the page. But before turning the page, we have to make sure that no one goes to the previous page and change the transaction. So we have to provide a seal to the page. So in order to provide that seal to the page, this process is known as mining. So let's just consider a page is a block, and the process of sealing the block is known as mining. So how does this mining works?